The vast majority of people doing standing and walking work experience more fatigue in the feet during the day, a fatigue that easily causes discomfort and pain in the feet and legs and causes problems with the back. It is probably surprising to most people that a fairly significant reason for these problems is the lack of movement of the sole of the foot, caused by the use of work shoes on completely flat floors and roads. Forcing the sole of the foot into a special form of constant motion, most people standing and walking work can greatly reduce the fatigue and the many unpleasant and harmful problems that tired feet cause. This particular kind of constant motion of the sole of the foot is achieved by the use of the patented water-filled hydrodynamic work insoles MEDICOVI A40 and A41. But let's see why the lack of movement in the sole of the foot causes such great problems. Everyone knows that if an arm is encased in plaster for 3 weeks, the muscles will become weak. Exercising the arm with weights will increase the size and strength of the muscles. This means that the cells gain greater strength and endurance. The difference in muscle strength is simplified, the way the cells absorb glucose. With a restricted arm encased in plaster, the glucose would be absorbed by the cells almost entirely with help of insulin. When the arm is exercised with a weight, the glucose is absorbed in the cells both by means of insulin and through enzymes, which simultaneously build up strength in the cells. The cells of the sole of the foot use energy to protect nerves, blood vessels, bones, and tissues against the body's weight. The energy comes from glucose, which as shown can be absorbed both by the influence of insulin and through exercise. Insulin. The insulin is produced when we eat and is subsequently moved through the bloodstream around to the body's cells. The insulin then causes the cells to open so that the glucose can enter the cells and be converted into energy. The work that a muscle cell must perform, for example when lifting a burden, requires energy. In order for the cell to continuously meet this energy requirement, the cells can draw extra glucose into the cells through an internal enzyme. The enzyme process is thus very important, as it causes the cells to continuously meet their energy needs, so that the cells, over a longer period of time, have the opportunity to perform the desired work. The enzyme process provides at the same time more strength to the cells. Thus, the cell can cover its energy needs by absorbing glucose by the influence of insulin in connection with eating, as well as through the enzyme process, which can continuously supply the cell with the necessary additional glucose when we require long-term work that forces the cells to move. Fatigue and pain in the feet occur when the energy supplied to the cells is less than the amount of energy that the cells over time need to carry the body weight. The enzyme process is therefore important because only through the enzyme process can additional energy be added to the cells of the sole of the foot throughout the day. We were originally developed to walk barefoot, where the sole of the foot would constantly be forced to move to accommodate the roughness of the terrain burdened by the body weight. The work that this burden requires of the cells of the sole of the foot will naturally initiate the absorption of glucose through the potent enzyme process. This means that the cells, when walking barefoot, will gain glucose through insulin when we eat and will receive additional glucose on a regular basis throughout the enzyme process. Walking barefoot will also cause a lot of movements of the sole of the foot, to which great strength will build up in the cells throughout this exercise. The good energy supply enables the cells to provide a great protection of the nerves, blood vessels and bones of the sole of the foot for a long time. PhD Vivelina Andersen, Copenhagen University and Museum, has researched the impact of shoes on the health of the sole of the foot. This research shows that when in the 16th century the thin skin boot was left in favor of the rim-sewn shoe, which was so thick it could carry a heel, the problems with hard skin, corn, metatarsalgia pain, etc. arose. The thick sole of the shoe prevents the natural movement of the sole of the foot, so that the continuous supply of glucose through the enzyme process is interrupted. This means that both the energy and strength of the cells decrease, with hard skin, corn, metatarsalgia pain in the foot, etc. as a result. Our use of shoes on completely flat floors and roads means we have deprived the soles of our feet of the original natural exercise of the uneven surface, a movement that through the enzyme process was originally an important source of continuous supply of extra energy to the cells of our soles. It is this rather drastic change in our genetic origin which gives rise to the major problems in standing and walking work. The only way you can continuously improve the energy supply to the cells of the sole of the foot is to force the sole into such a large movement that the cells absorb glucose through the enzyme process. This is what can be simply and easily achieved with the new and patented technology, which is the foundation of the water-filled hydrodynamic working insoles MEDICOVI A40 and A41. The special massaging water movement thusly forces the sole of the foot into such a large movement that the cells continuously absorb additional glucose throughout the enzyme process. At the same time, the many thousands of daily movements will strengthen the cells of the sole. Thus the MEDICOVI A40 and A41 working insoles will, as something unique, greatly reduce fatigue, discomfort and pain in the feet and legs of standing and walking work. Tyskland have approved the hydrodynamic working insoles A40 and A41 ESD for use in security shoes in accordance to the current standard. We thank you for your attention.